So today I'm going to be installing the VICTRON 10,000 VA 48V inverter in the hayloft. Right, I'm in the solar hayloft, and you can see behind me there's a backboard there. It's a fireboard. I've seen a lot of people not use these. I don't know whether that's because their inverters are a bit smaller and perhaps they don't get as hot. But the manual did say to use something of some sort of fireboard, so that's what I'm going to do. But I'm unboxing the Quattro 48V 10,000 VA inverter. It's big and it's heavy and it was hard work getting up here, but it's here, and no dents or breaks, which is nerve-wracking when something costs nearly £4,000. It gets a bit worrying. So that's up here. So manuals in it. There's a back plate that's got to go on. Even the back plate is pretty heavy, but I suppose it has to be because the thing's heavy. It's going to be sitting on it. So that's what I'm going to be doing next, and then I'm going to be trying to fit everything around it to fit on that backboard. Hopefully, because we've got two MPPTs that have got to fit on there as well, and it says about, because they've got these like fins on the back that are meant to release heat, so we want them to be on that. Anything hot needs to sit on that board. Alright, I suppose that's how it's got to go. What's that? Some sort of number on the back of it. Better get that number off the back of there before I do anything, in case I need that later on. Yeah. I guarantee once it's on the wall it'll go, oh yeah, you need that serial number that's on the back of it.
Yeah, take a photo.
It's a really good handy place to put it. Let's see, I've got to see how tight that is against this, if I can use one of the screws. Oh, there is a bit of a gap. Oh, there's screws already sticking out there. So I could use that. I could use the bigger screws. This mounting plate I'm going to put on this fireboard. But they say to keep it away from things about 10 centimetres. We're going to go slightly further away from things than that. I'm sure it says 10 centimetres in the manual, but check your manual. Read your manual, and then read it again. Because, you know, otherwise it's going to be mistakes made. And I should probably check the manual again, but I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. At least I have got a backboard, whereas some people seem to just put it on a bit of chipboard or something. And so, yes, that's going to go on there. And these screws aren't quite long enough, because I've got such a thick fireboard on here. I made the mistake of buying something like that. I'm not even sure, actually. I've ordered so many things, whether I did choose a thinner board and I haven't checked that they've sent me the wrong thing, or whether I did actually order this and made a mistake. But I'm using it now. You can cut this stuff. It's really easy to cut. You can cut it with a blunt old handsaw. So I cut an angle on there with a blunt old handsaw. But these screws now that come with this bracket aren't really long enough. So I've got some more stainless steel screws that are much longer to go into the buttons that are behind this ply. So, but they're slightly proud. They don't fit in quite as well as the originals. But I've put it on the back of there, and there's a big gap between this and the back of this inverter anyway. So I'm fine with the tiny little bit of proud screw that's there. Not quite as flush as the ones they give you. So, but we won't be using them because they're not really long enough, and it's a heavy thing. I don't want it falling off the wall. So that's got to go on there somewhere. We'll get a level on it and get that screwed up. least 10 centimetres for cooling purposes. You must give at least 10 centimetres space for cooling purposes. Yeah, I should have probably read this again before I screwed this on the wall, but it's got more than 10 centimetres. I was sure it was. You never know. When you read through so many manuals, you start to lose your mind. Yeah, it's all good. Difficult bit is lifting it on. Jesus, this thing sticks out more than you think. It's like... 6 inches away. That's good. We've got a vent up in the corner actually here. So the hot air will move towards that. So that's just to draw any hot air. We've got a vent down in the door at the bottom here. Low down, so cooler air should move in, hot air rises, should move out. So hopefully it'll keep things a bit cooler. And then on the other side of things, the batteries we've got don't like being cold. So I've put loads of insulation in this place so that we can keep them warm. And I probably am going to have to put some sort of heater in here, because if it's below just 18 degrees, these things don't charge efficiently. I mean, they're tested to 25 degrees, you know, and they like to have them around that temperature to get longevity out of the battery. So I'm going to have some sort of heater in here to try and keep it at that. Otherwise, you know, you might not get as long a life cycle out of them as you'd wish for. That's done. So if you like this video, like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.